Hello boys and girls, this is Miss Jones here, and I know you can't see me, but you can hear my voice, see my hands, see my marker, and see that I'm going to draw some starfish today. You can use whatever you want to draw your starfish. You might use a pencil, you might use a pen, a marker, maybe you've got some twistables, some crayons at home. You can use whatever you like. Now, I haven't drawn many starfish before, so all I'm going to do is try my best. And you might like to try your best too and pause the video as we go along. Now, I learned a few things about starfish when I was looking them up. I like to look up pictures of whatever I draw. And I learned that there was lots of different types of starfish and each of them have a different pattern. There can be lots of different coloured starfish too. They can live almost anywhere. They can live in hot and cold water. So you might see them down in Wexford, over in Mayo, anywhere in Ireland and in other countries too. One thing that I learnt about starfish is that they are invertebrates. That means they don't have a backbone like we do. Can you feel your spine? It goes all the way up your back, right up to your neck. You might be able to feel it for a minute with your two hands. They don't have one of those. That's why they're floppy. That's why they're not stiff. But they all have one thing. They all have 5 arms. One thing in common, that is. They all have 5 arms attached to a central disc. That means a kind of a circle in the middle. So I'm going to just show you that circle now. A little circle there. I hope you can see it. And they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 arms attached to that central circle. So that's a good place to start. If you want to do something like that, then you can add a little bit of shape around the starfish to make your very own. So you can draw a circle and then go in and out around their 5 arms, and there you've got your starfish. So you might want to practice that a few times. I might do it again a little bit more slowly now. So are you ready? Grab your pen, grab your pencil, your twistable, whatever you've got, and let's see if we can draw a starfish together. Start with your circle. It can be big or small. And count 5 arms coming out of the circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to go as slow as I can, but you might need to stop the video as we go. I'm going to go up and around the first arm, around the second arm, and notice that each arm starts wide and goes into a point or a tip. You can go out to the third arm, out to the fourth arm, and all the way out, touch the tip of the 5th arm and go back into your circle. And there you've got a starfish. So now you might want to practice that a few times. And when you get really good at that, you might be able to draw it without the circle and without the lines. So let's give that a go. I'm going to do one here and I'm going to make it nice and big. And even though I've done my lines straight here, I'm going to make these a little bit more curved and floppy to try and make my starfish look really realistic. So there's one point, but do you see how it goes curved and a little bit to the side? In nature, nothing is straight. See how my second arm starts wide, goes into a point and comes back out again. I'm going to go into a point and come back in, and it doesn't matter if some of your arms are wider than others or more narrow than others. Into a point. How many have I got now? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, so I need 5. Into a point. Make a twist and turn, and there you've got your starfish. Now, every starfish has a different pattern on it. It's got ridges and bumps. Now, you can decide what kind of bumps and ridges that you want to make on your starfish. You could look up some patterns online. You could do some lines down each arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And maybe on the next one we'll try something different. This time I'm going to make a smaller starfish and it's going to be really thin. Each arm is going to be much more thin than this one. So I'm going to go up and down, wide to narrow, out to wide again. I'm going to go out, that's number 2, number 3. This one is much skinnier, much thinner. I don't want to make it too straight because we said nothing really in nature is very straight. Now, that's much thinner. On this one, I'm going to go and do a little few ridges and hills. They look like, oh, what letter do you think? They're a little bit like a letter N without going down first. So like little hills, little mini rainbows, bumpity bumpity bump. You could even do some on the outside too, to try and make your starfish look as realistic as you can. So I'm going to do another one now. That one was kind of smaller. That one was much bigger, large. Okay, I'll do another one over here. Up and down, out to the side. That's very straight, so I'm going to go a little bit wobbly to make it look really realistic. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it doesn't matter if it's not perfect, you just try your best. This time I'm going to do some circles going down each arm. Notice how they're bigger, getting smaller and smaller. Now, you might need to pause the video and take your time doing your own. I'll do one more. This is wibbly wobbly, and back we go. Out. Now, on this one, what will I do? Maybe 2 lines going down. 1, 2, down each arm. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. I'm going to do a few little spines coming out the side. Take your time and have lots of fun trying to draw lots of starfish. We'd love to see pictures of your starfish, and you could colour them in. Have a little look and Google starfish and starfish facts for kids to find out lots of interesting things. And I hope you have lots of fun drawing some starfish at home.